Oh, hi. My name's James Cairns and I'm here with Dinah, and I'm in Paris, Ontario. I'm going to read to you from my essay collection, In Crisis, On Crisis, Essays in Troubled Times, which was published by Wolsak and Wynn in June. Now, when you hear the word cozy, crisis may not be the first thing that comes to mind. Nor might you want to think about crisis at this point in the holiday season. But one of the things that I argue in my book is that if we think about crisis as being a crossroads, a decisive turning point that can lead either to death or to rebirth and new life, crisis contains the possibility of hope. I'm going to read from my essay On Fearing Uncertainty, which is about parenting amid the eco-crisis, and it reflects on my thinking or experience of standing with my two young children at the Grand River near our home. I can't see the river from where I'm sitting, but I can see the tops of trees that stand on the river's shore. One of my favorite things to do with my kids is throw stones in the rivers near our home. Dinah hates it. We walk to the boat launch in the center of town and face the Grand River from large slabs of limestone. I ask Winnie which sound she prefers, the bloop of a single small stone dropping into water at our feet, or the whish of dozens of tiny rocks splashing at once after my throwing them skyward. From a clearing in Barker's Bush, Gus fails to skip stones across the surface of the Nith River, then searches the shoreline for crayfish. When I'm at the rivers with Gus and Winnie, I think about our relationship to the earth and the strangeness of the passage of time. I sense the truth in Heraclitus's dictum: you cannot step in the same river twice. The water is moving and we are growing older. Flow, change, mutability, ephemerality. This is the river. This is us. Of course, as Heraclitus well knew, you can step in the same river twice. The river moves, but it stays still. And when I look at the Grand, I picture people stepping in the same spots for centuries. Haudenosaunee hunters, European explorers, laborers, tourists, fishers, kids, my kids, Gus and Winnie. History is here, along with the fish and bugs and green goose shit. And the Grand isn't just here in Paris. It's downriver in Brantford too. Then in Ashwegan on the Six Nations of the Grand River Reserve, through Caledonia, Cayuga, Dunnville, and Port Maitland, before flowing into Lake Erie. Imagine where the river starts, bubbling up from the ground. Liquid thread connecting Bellwood to Elora to Cambridge to Glen Morris, and a million nameless places along the way. The rocks that herons stand on, the beer bottles smashed against bridge abutments, crayfish graves, a sunken shopping cart, campsites, and osprey nests. No doubt the chemical composition of the water is vastly different today than it was before the town of Paris, Ontario was established, and not only because most of the gypsum has been removed. Paris was home to the large textile mills from 1874 until late in the 20th century. Exploited for profit, protected out of love, the nature of Paris's rivers is more like the manicured nature of Niagara Falls and Central Park than the comparatively untouched wilderness of the tundra, the mountain, the bottom of the ocean. But it's nature nonetheless. Paris's rivers form the core of the regional ecosystem. And while I tend to think of the rivers' life-giving power when I'm standing next to them with Gus and Winnie, rivers symbolize death too. The river Styx. Michael, row your boat ashore. In the New Hamburg era of the Nith alone, the New Hamburg area of the Nith alone, 27 people have drowned since 1871. A fact and a symbol of life, death, time passing, our animalistic being. No wonder my kids scuffing through the parched riverbed, is what I see when I think about the environmental crisis. Happy holidays.